It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Hey, they thinking I'm triggered, you better pull it. I'm the last dragon, first nigga to bite the bullet. I'm one of the illest to pursue this. Niggas is foolish to play with me, but I'm sticking to it. You gotta check for the publishing. I might need a Pulitzer out of Jekyll and Hyde. Flipping these people are puzzling. They come from my perspective. The love is so humble and disagree and they attack you. They wish they could muzzle them. Got respect for the miles. Rich chili, I covered it. Took a covenant. Promised to get this cheese. No assistance from the government. Suffering in the city just enough to get by. Now I laugh at my struggle similar to Kawhi. Money and murder, we know that it's sanctioned. I only trust Benjamin Franklin. I feel like I'm Langston with a hue opposite of my sanctum. All these rap niggas y'all stand, I lyrically spank them. Top of the morning for me. If I was single, I asked for a date with Glorilla Speedy. That's pretty Mormon of me. My tumbo finger meaning nobody scoring on me. The last second I'm pulling like Robert Horry, homie, please. Everything I spend to appease. I've been the best since Pinstripe Lees. I've been the beast since franchise snapping in them big white tees. I'm feeling blessed and I ain't even sneeze, so grip these, nigga. I'm a creator, no Tyler. Pull heat from the hip, make them shake like Tyler. That's a double entendre. The boy got a glow like a 9 to all these brands on the nigga. You would think I was sponsored. Shout, it might need a podcast. Feedback on the mic like a fucked up broadcast. These birds ran through, gotta look up the Carfax. Realist in 4K, gotta step up your format, nigga. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody is doing well out there this evening. All right. And as y'all can see, this video started out with music. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of y'all be like, hey, I missed the music. I missed the music. When is it coming back? The partnership is still intact. The sponsorship is still intact. However, for the rest of the month, we will be taking a little break, but it will return, all right? At least until further notice. But I'll let y'all know, you know what I mean, as things progress. But in this video, we're going to be getting into Childish Gambino, who made an appearance last night at the Camp Flog Gnaw Festival. You know what I'm saying? That's Tyler, the Creator, and his team's thing. They do it yearly. And Childish Gambino made an appearance and came out and did a set. Now, during that set, Childish Gambino let people know why his tour ended about a year ago. You know, he had some health issues. He actually had to, I think he had a stroke or something. Something was going on with his heart. And yeah, he needed to take a break. And he had 2 surgeries. We're going to get into that as well, where he explains it way more eloquently than I can. But also, it was discovered while out there that Childish Gambino also had some merch that was kind of taking a jab at Drake. Okay? Now, Drake wasn't the only one, because he was selling what were called cancel cards, which consisted of Drake, R. Kelly, Diddy, and Target. Okay. And of course, Target in terms of their DEI policies and things that, became very magnified earlier in the year. But others, of course, we know. All right. Let me go ahead and pull this up. All right. So these are the cancel cards. All right. We've got R. Kelly pissing into the meadows and the valleys and peaks. We got Target, which is a direct reflection of Hitler, and Spot the Dog. We have Drake grooming a dog, and it looks like American apple pie in the background. Okay, but clearly Drake is standing there with a dog and he's grooming it, which we already know what the symbolism on that is. And we have Diddy over here standing in front of a shelf full of baby oil with a face that looks like Baraka from Mortal Kombat. Or at least that's how I interpret them teeth. Okay? But the Drake grooming thing is the one that stands out because, R. Kelly, Target, P. Diddy, they've all gone through their own kind of cancellation in the culture. Drake there's a lot of people out there that don't fuck with Drake, that don't like Drake. He definitely had his moment of being humiliated based off Not Like Us, but he hasn't necessarily been fully canceled or given the same energy as the others in concert with him in this cancel card collection. Okay? But it looks like, I don't know, it could be implied. Let me say that. It could be implied that Childish Gambino is saying cancel his ass along with the rest of them. Okay? And it's definitely sent some people in a tailspin. The Drake fans are angry. They're saying that Childish Gambino is obsessed with Drake because they've had an ongoing back and forth over the years. We know that This Is America, which is one of Childish Gambino's biggest records, was originally supposed to be a Drake diss. But then they took it in a different direction to make it a bit more universal with the music video and everything, the performance art in the music video, kind of showing you the chaotic nature of America and the world that we live in, but putting mindless music as the soundtrack to all of that going on, which I would say in 2025 is still relevant as ever. So there was that. Of course, with his hit TV show Atlanta season 2, they had the Champagne Poppy episode, which Drake was not in, but it was kind of centered around this New Year's Eve Drake party where all these women were being, cargoed into this mansion party for New Year's Eve. Everybody's looking for Drake. They're all rushing to try to get next to him, and Drake wasn't even there. But these people are, literally looking for him. You got strange folks, and nigga was nowhere to be found. There was a Mexican guy in the basement, said he was Drake's abuelo, and was like, he ain't here. Now, of course, with that being stated, there's definitely been some talks about the nature of Drake's mansion parties, allegedly having minors in these adult mansion parties. They say that there's been some in his old Hidden Hills residence. Others say that these parties have happened at Drake's embassy home out in Toronto, the one that he claimed got shot up because of Not Like Us and all that other shit, right? So you can kind of tie the mansion party theme together and kind of know what was being alluded to there. You know what I'm saying? And that was season 2 of Atlanta. That's very early on. And then, of course, you had Drake not last year, but 2023 during his tour. He came out and, he had on the Jumbotron, he had like a rolling ticker that said, "This Is America is the most overrated and over awarded song in music history." Like, hey, I can't believe y'all got behind this song. Y'all hyped this dude up. And I guess in his estimation, it was garbage and he didn't fuck with it. And of course, Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, hadn't really shown much of an affinity for him. So he said, let me get my payback. Now, again, the Drake fans are like, hey, Donald Glover got a son named Drake. So what's up with that? Right? What is that music video with the fucking animation in it? Because I think he had an animated video that came out in, what was that? What year was that? 2019, 2020? What the fuck? Can you feel it? Whatever that song was. I think Kendrick Lamar came and stole Drake's bike, and he went trying to chase Kendrick down and couldn't catch him or some shit like that. So he's definitely poked at Drake numerous times over the years. Is this a beef? I don't really think so, but clearly he's a subject of somebody that he likes to poke at. Let's just say that in summation, shall we? So it's going to be very interesting to see where things go next between these two guys. You got the DJ that don't spin coming out saying that Drake is in the kitchen cooking up and Drake and his team did an interview with Complex earlier in the week talking about the Iceman episodes and how they're still going to have a finale of some sort and the album is still on and all that. So I wouldn't be surprised if within the next couple days, Drake ends up in the studio and throws a jab at Donald Glover because of this. I see some people speculating on whether or not Drake is going to open up a lawsuit for him selling these cards. I don't even know if these things were officially for sale or not, but I do see some people that are angry that Tyler the Creator allowed the cards to be sold, and they trying to rehash all the stuff around him, and you know they angry as fuck. They triggered. You know what I'm saying? But we'll just have to see what happens next. And whatever happens next, y'all know we'll talk about it here on Inside the Industry. Now, let me go ahead and pull up the clip of Childish Gambino on stage talking about the stroke he had, which unfortunately halted the tour that he was set to complete last year.
You guys voted for Where Have I Been monologue. Okay, so he's doing this world tour.
Let me get out the corner because they gonna flatten me for this shit.
Really loving seeing you guys out there. And I had a really bad pain in my head in Louisiana, and I did the show anyway. I couldn't really see well. So when we went to Houston, I went to the hospital, and the doctor was like, "You had a stroke." And the first thing I thought was like, oh, like, here I am still copying Jamie Foxx.
Jeez.
That's really like the second thing. The first thing was like, I'm letting everybody down. I know it's not true, but I've broken my foot. I always promise Ireland I'm gonna be there, and I still haven't been. And they found a hole in my heart. So I had this surgery, and then I had to have another surgery. So, you know, they say everybody has two lives until they realize. No, everybody has two lives, and the second life starts when you realize you have one. You got one life, guys. And I gotta be honest, the life I've lived with you guys has been such a blessing. I love seeing and performing for you guys. As my wife says, which I love, she's like, if this life is a flavor, as soon as I'm done, give me another scoop. You should be living your life how you want. Because it can only get better. If we have to do this again, it can only get better. You got.
All right, y'all. So I had to take myself out the corner. I had to take it off the screen because that was broadcasted on Amazon Music, and Amazon is they be coming and claiming shit. So I was like, hold on, let me get that off the screens before they come in and try to be like, hey, you can't play that because of the video or whatever. But that was Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, coming out and letting people know what's been going on with him health-wise. He had a stroke, and sounds like he didn't even know it. And that seems to be a thing that's been going around. You know, people are having strokes and heart attacks and not even fully being cognizant of that being the case. They going and, seeing doctors and finding out after the fact that, yeah, that's what it was. When you had that little moment, yeah, you had a mild stroke. He then finds out that he had a hole in his heart. He gets a surgery, ends up having to get another one, and felt like he was letting the people down, letting the fans down, because of course he wanted to embark on this tour. He was excited to do it, and unfortunately his health sat him down, and it just wasn't in the cards, you know. So salute to him on that. Glad that he's okay, glad that he's recovered, glad that he's back in shape to be back on stage, and hopefully at some point he's able to, you know, revamp that tour and live it out the way that he originally planned, right? But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there, man. Much love and respect. Peace. Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'll never politic and the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built.